through October 12th. This year is flying by. Another good, solid week. Nothing too crazy, nothing too notable, but some nice, solid sales. Some in the high $20 range, some in the over $30 range, some selling quickly. So just overall a good, solid week. No complaints, nothing to write home about. I'm going to go through all of my sales that sold in less than 2 weeks. I think I've been forgetting to say that on the last few. So everything that I'm showing you up front has sold in less than 2 weeks of being listed on the platform that it's sold on. So up first, jumping right in, is an Abercrombie and Fitch wool blend full zip jacket, size small. This is men's, and this came from my dry cleaning windfall. If you follow me on Instagram, you may know that I just on a random whim asked my dry cleaner that I use for personal reasons for my husband's clothes and stuff, what do you do with the clothes that get abandoned that people don't pick up? And she was like over the moon that I asked, like gave me everything. And it turned out to be hundreds of items, 2 trunk loads full in my Santa Fe, and just so many things. Now, granted, there were a lot that were just not anything, as usual, but there were some really good stuff. And so I scooped those out, listed those right away. I still have some that need to go up, but for the most part, everything has been listed. And this was one of those items, and I got them all for free. I tried to pay her money. I tried to give her a gift card to Publix. She turned it all down. She said she just wanted a black coffee. So I will be bringing her several black coffees. I already brought her one the other day. She hasn't always been working on the day that I go because I was dealing with the owner, of course. I went into 2 additional dry cleanings just as a side note and haven't had any luck with turning that into a thing yet. But I do plan in the future to try to develop that a little bit more and see if I can make a few more relationships. I just haven't really put my full force into it. But yes, so this was all pure profit, after fees and stuff. So really, really excited. This was a great flip. And something like this I probably would have paid $5.99 if I was paying full price at Goodwill retail. That's usually what jackets and coats are, unless they mark it up for some reason. And then at the bins, by the time you weigh it, this was about 3 pounds. I paid $1.39 a pound. It probably would have cost about the same, 5 something. So I would still do this. Like, I would still buy this at Goodwill retail. I would still buy this at the bins if I found it in good condition. But because I got it for free, that makes it all the more sweet. But this was a great flip and a great find. Abercrombie, is one of those things where it is out there a lot, but certain pieces that have good value will do okay. I mean, maybe I could have gotten more for this. I think I did have it up for maybe $49 or something like that, maybe 39 or 49. But with these big bulky things, I really don't want to keep them. So I'm trying to be aggressive with the offers that I take on some of this outerwear, because I'm just seeing the effects of cumulative storing items that haven't sold. When you buy them out of season, wait for the season, they still don't sell. You just have a lot of bulky items taking up space, and that can be problematic. So sorry for all of that. Next up is an item that I got in New Jersey when I went thrifting, when I went to visit my mom, and it's a new with tags Marlowin mesh maxi dress. I actually got a couple of these, and I did pay up a little bit for these because initially I thought I might wear them. They're an extra large petite, and I didn't want to try them on at Goodwill, so I just bought them figuring if they fit me, I'll wear them for my upcoming cruise, and if they don't fit me, I'll sell them, and it is what it is. So at that Goodwill retail, they were $9.99 because they were new with tags, and that's what they charged for, new with tags, basically anything. But, oh, and I forgot to tell you, I'll tell you in a second, how long it took to sell. But, $9.99, but I had all kinds of discounts because, like, some things were color of the day, and then I had a 20% off coupon, and so I knew that my average was going to be, lower anyway, and since I normally pay $7.49 for dresses at my Goodwill, I figured it was all kind of, run of the mill. Anyway, I had this up for $39 on Mercari, and it sold for $34 on an offer. That does include shipping, which is a flat rate, padded flat rate, because it's heavy, but even still, I'm making a great profit on it, so that's fine. And it turns out I didn't like how they looked on me. So going back, the Abercrombie jacket took 14 days to sell. This took 12 days to sell. Sorry, I don't know why I always forget that. Next up is an Adidas Training Bra, gray, small, so just an Adidas sports bra. And this sold know why this says, I guess I had 2 bras that were Adidas, and maybe I'm confusing them because one sold within a day, I thought, but maybe not. Maybe it's just from, maybe I thought it was like the day that I sold it versus the day that it was a draft. I'm not sure. The last couple of weeks I've been trying some new processes between having drafts go up with my virtual assistant and when I'm putting them up, and we're having a little bit of a lag time in between, and so I might be getting some things confused, so don't mind me. But no, it sold in 11 days from being listed according to my spreadsheet. So as long as these numbers are right, that's in the spreadsheet, it took 11 days to sell on Poshmark. I had it up for 24. It sold for 18 on an offer. I was cool with that. It still sold quickly within 2 weeks, whether it sold in a day or it sold in 11 days, really doesn't matter. And I think I got this at the bins, and I think I washed it because I think I had gotten it a long time ago and it was in my like laundry pile, and then I just done laundry and then put it up. So I don't know why I'm so brain dead right now. Let me take a sip of coffee. This is my 3rd cup already. I've been up since 5. Right now it's 9:37 a.m. Anyway, posted about this on Instagram. Disney Anna Frozen costume. Got this at the bins. This is, let me show you the tag. Someone asked me about this. So it's a Disney Parks Authentic Original. So when you see this tag, this means that you can only get it at the Disney Parks. Now, one interesting thing, I did see a tag that looked a little bit different than this. I don't know if it's a newer one of this or it's specifically for the Disneyland Resort, and maybe this is for the Disney World Resort. I assumed that because it didn't say Disneyland or Disney World, that it was for both Disney Parks. But the one that I saw the other day, which I didn't pick up because it had flaws, and it wasn't a princess costume, it was just something else Disney, had a Disneyland Resort. And I thought that was interesting. So I don't know what that one was all about. And again, I don't know if this is specifically for Orlando's parks or if it is for both parks. But I know that when it's authentic Disney parks, that means you can only get it at the Disney Resort, at the theme park itself. And so those are a little bit more. These retail at the stores in Disney for $60. I've checked it a million times. They're always $60. There's never any discounts. It's always $60. So when you can get a great deal on one of these and you know that that's the one you want your kid to have, or maybe you're a parent, you're trying to save money, you're trying to pass it off as like you actually got it at the store or whatever you're trying to do to save a little money, I've always put them up for $30 or $29 or whatever it is. And sometimes I'll take a lower offer. It really depends on the size. The sweet spot is really size 3 to 4, 5 to 6. This one is a small size 6. Also does well. When you get into like the 7, 8, 10, 12, they're just a little less desirable at that age. There is still demand for it, but they're just a little bit less desirable, at least that I've found in my opinion. So, you know, this was just a great full price sale for me because I had it up for $29 and it sold for $29, and that was fantastic. They're very lightweight, and so when you do buy them at the bins, it barely costs you £1. This is 9 ounces, so, and that's with like not the outside packing stuff, but with like my poly mailer and my thank you card and everything in there. So 9 ounces, you can't beat it. I might just do a whole video on like all the ways that I deal with Disney parks and Disney princess costumes, because I deal a lot in Disney princess costumes. Anywho, Land's End, and that took, good Lord help me, that took 10 days to sell. I'm so sorry. Okay, so eBay, we sold a Land's End women's halter neck printed one-piece swimsuit, size 20W. Land's End is a great swimsuit, especially in the plus sizes. I would say probably about a size 12 and higher. No, 12 isn't always considered plus size, and it's not, but I'm just saying, like, as far as it being a good common size to find and buy, and then into plus size. So Land's End is a great swimsuit brand. I do well with it on mostly eBay. I feel like on Poshmark, not so much. I could be wrong. I'm just saying that overall off the top of my head, but I always pick up Land's End swimsuits as much as I can in the large and up sizes. I had it up for $29. It was 20% off, so $23.20, and it sold at that full price, that full ask. And that sold in 10 days of being listed, and it's October. So I put my swimsuits up all season long. I put my jackets up all year long, all the time. Kristopher blue women's 5-pocket straight leg corduroy pants in black, size 6. So this was one of those, and I'm not going to click into the item because honestly from this page I don't really know how to do all that, but I put them up for $39. They were 20% off, and they sold for $31.20. Is that 20% off? It might not be. That might have been an offer. I can't remember, but I think I had them up for like $39. This was one of those things where the tag looked good. Let me see if I can. Where can I see? Oh, here. Okay, great. So can't click on it. So this is the tag here, and it's just side sewn over here, and like I just don't know how to explain it. When a tag looks nicer, more high quality, sometimes it doesn't always work. Sometimes a tag fools me, but when there's a tag and I don't know what the item is, and there's just indicators that say this may be a nice thing, this may be a thing, that's when I look it up. I just can't bring myself to look up every single item. It takes too long. I don't want to deal with it. I just want to keep moving through when I'm sourcing, especially at the bins. But these are the kinds of indicators that I look for. You know, it was a nice quality, very soft kind of corduroy pant, and then the tag. So, you know, and when it's one I don't know, it's worth looking up. So those were a good sale price, and those sold in 10 days. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. I'm so sorry. So this was a Mercari sale, and it sold in 10 days as well. And it's a raincoat, you know, kind of like a fireman thing. I don't know this Western Chief, but I found a few outdoor items with that brand. Didn't do a whole lot to look it up, but I bought it. Thought it would do well, and it did. But when I got it home, it had some like more scuffing than I thought. I thought it just was a little bit, and then I found some more. I washed it, and there really wasn't much that it did for it, so I sold it with the fact that it had, actually, it says excellent condition, but it really shouldn't have, unless I just took pictures of the flaws. I don't know. I feel like quality control has gone downhill over here these days. I really need to step it up a notch a little bit. I feel like I'm going fast, and sometimes quality then. Also how I'm communicating it to my virtual assistant for listing sometimes leaves a little bit to be desired. But anyway, I had it up for $19. They did an offer for $15 with shipping, and it was flat rate. So I'm not making a ton on this, but it was one of those things where I had already done the pictures. I had already bought it, and so I'm just happy that somebody wanted it. Somebody got a good deal. I knew there were flaws, and so you just have to go with it the way it is. So that took 10 days to sell on Mercari. Another sale on Mercari is this Forever 21 Maxi Floral Kimono Duster, and it's a size 2X, and some things for Forever 21 I will pick up. Not everything, obviously, but when it's the Forever 21 plus size, I do try to be more mindful because they're usually still cute, they're usually still trendy, and in a plus size cute stuff, you know, that can always do well. This was just so light that it was like, why not just get it? So it was a bin's find. I had it up for $19. They gave me an offer of $15. It is missing one button, which I didn't realize, and usually I check buttons when there's buttons involved. It was this one down here. It's like you can't see it because of the sign, but it was just missing one. I don't know how I missed that. I was kind of disappointed because I feel like I make a point to check the button situation. Anyway, so it was lightweight, still making money on it, and did disclose the flaw. So nothing is hidden there. That sold in 3 days. 3 days on Mercari. Next up is this Nautical weather resistant hooded jacket. This came from airport lost luggage in the last round that I got. So those, because there were so many pieces overall, they worked out to be like 50 something cents a piece from the purchase. But then I took out the ones that I was actually going to sell online, which wasn't all of them, of course. And that worked out to be like 2 something a piece. So the average cost for this would be about 2 something a piece. And, you know, there was nothing wrong with it. It was a great jacket. I think I had it up for $29. They gave me an offer for $20, and that was in 2 days of being listed. And I took it. Thank you so much. Goodbye. You got a good deal. I got a great quick sale, and I was happy for that. So I think I may have talked about this dress before. There was a little snafu. on Poshmark. I had two dresses like this, one with this beige underlay and one with a white underlay. Both Lulus, both very similar lace dresses. Both listed at the same time. They are different dresses, same size. And I shipped the wrong one when someone purchased it. I'm pretty sure they purchased this one and I shipped the other one. She opened up a case, she sent it back. She did not want to buy the correct one at that time, and I obviously apologize because it was definitely my error. I think I had the numbers mixed up because usually with that stuff I knew I had two and I checked the number, and so I think what happened is I had mixed up the numbers in putting them away, and so I did grab the right one. It wasn't like I grabbed the wrong one, but the numbers were mixed up already at the front end of it. So anywho, so she sent it back. It was still good. We relisted it. The other one is still listed. So now both of them are listed. Then this one got purchased again. It was up for, I think, $29. Did an offer of $25. And I took it, shipped it out, made double, triple check that it was the right one. And now it's out. And that sold same day of being listed, 0 days to sell. The second time around. So just be mindful of that, because sometimes I get kind of grumpy about returns and things. I let them sit. I don't deal with them. But I have to tell you, I've had a lot of returns that have sold quickly after being listed after the return. So don't sit on your returns. Get them listed. See if they sell again, as long as they're obviously in good condition. And one of those is this one, or another one of those is this one. I think I actually talked about this. Maybe I didn't. I don't know if it was in my what sold, but it's a Free People Catalina long sleeve thermal tunic top. It sold. She said it didn't fit. She sent it back. It was the same, perfectly fine, all good to go. Put it back up for $29. 20% off makes it $23.20. Sold at full price. It was actually more than the first time I sold it for, which is great because that kind of helps out with the fact of the shipping from the return, and it sold the same day of being relisted after the return. So you can't go wrong with that. That worked out well. So those are all the items that sold in less than 2 weeks. Let's go over the numbers and then I will show you the over $30 sales. So again, this is the week of October 6th through the 12th. Looking at Poshmark, sales are down on Poshmark. Not sure what's going on here. 20 items sold the entire week. Abysmal. $379 in sales. Not bad. Had some really good high value sales, but just in general, terrible. Then on eBay, we sold 25 items for $615 in sales, which is way better. I mean, look at that. Only 5 more items sold, but almost double the amount of sales. So way better. And on Mercari, just another solid week. 7 items sold, 1 per day, $140 in sales, average $20 sale price right there. Some easy math for a total of 52 items sold for the week, which I don't like because I like averaging at least 10 a day, which would put you at 70, and here I am at 52. So it's like better sales, but just not, better sales and some quicker sales, but not the volume that I'm hoping for. $1,100 in sales and an average ASP of $21. Again, that ASP is getting good. I'm really pleased with it. I'm pleased with my sell-through as far as it happening more quickly, but gosh darn it, I really wish I had just more sales in general. So the overall numbers, here we are here. 11 items sold in less than 2 weeks, 3 items sold in less than a month, an additional 15 items sold in less than 2 months, 10 items sold between 2 and 6 months of being listed, and 14 items sold 6 months plus. And again, I've said it before, I'll say it again if you're just tuning in. The items that are selling at 6 months plus, I'm okay with right now because I have a lot of items that were listed out of season, and so they're just coming into season. And so if I listed a North Face jacket at the end of winter last year, it's been 6 months because now we're coming up on the beginning of winter this year, and now those things are starting to sell. So I'm okay if this number is a little bit higher, but I like for it to be a low percentage in comparison to the rest, which it has been. In some cases, this front end has even been a little higher, which makes me more happy, but I'm still cool with it. It's still a solid showing. Only 4 items. No. Nope. 5 items. 5 items. That's 5 items that sold for over $30. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. Some of them you already have seen, like this one, this new with tags, Maxi Dress. So again, it's $34 on Mercari with the shipping. but it's still a good overall sale, good profit, so I'm happy with that. You also saw this, the Abercrombie and Fitch wool jacket. This one you didn't see because these have been listed a while. So I had bought a bunch of these for myself, and then turns out they actually hurt my feet. And so these were brand new in the box, brand new everything, never worn. And so I just put them up. So I probably paid 50 or 60 for them. They were mine. I don't remember. I was just happy to take an offer. So I think I had them up maybe for 59 and took the offer of 45. That's fine. They're gone. So that was that. This one is kind of one of those things. Let's see when we had it up. So this was up since June. So this is one of those things where it's listed out of season and it's just starting to sell now. And so I'm cool with that. It's been up for, a little over 4 months because it was at the beginning of summer. So North Face fleece jacket, and sold for $35. I think I had it up for $39. Took the offer of $34, and that was great. And then here are the Kristopher blue corduroy pants, and those sold for $31. So I did, same as last week, have a lot of like over $25 sales. And so I got excited because I'm like, oh, okay, there's a bunch of like high value sales this week. But then when I looked, none of those ones were over 30. It was just these last few. So it is what it is. I won't keep you, everyone. I'm super happy to have a good, solid week. Nothing to complain about, but nothing to write home about. I hope you had a great sales week. Let me know in the comments below. Like this video on your way out, please. I really need to be better about asking for it, and I hope that you'll be better about doing it for me. If you find this information helpful, I try to drop nuggets as I can. So go ahead and like the video on the way out, and subscribe for more Reseller Mom content to get more done, make more money, and stay sane while raising kids and reselling online. Have a great week. Bye.